So before we get to the content, the main content of today's video, we're just going to have a quick look at a little clip of disrupting a combo druid, which is now my favourite thing to do in wild mode. You survive the combo, you proceed to draw Doomsayer on the Resurrect effect and clear their board, and then you heal to 30 with Reno Jackson and you win the game. Feels amazing. Yeah, so playing Reno Lock or playing any deck that can armor up massively, like Jade Druid, outlast the combo and win the game. Reno Lock has various disruption tools. There's Deathlord, there's Demonic Project, Gnome Karatu, Bran into Dirty Rat. But yeah, not seeing as many combo druids on wild mode now as we saw at the start of the Boomsday expansion. But yeah, we're going to be rich, heal to 30,
I'm almost out of card.
and that's the conceit. Feels amazing. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's focus on the deck that we want to feature in today's video. It's standard mode, and we're looking at Old Guardian's Mage. Now, what is this Mage deck, and why did it interest me? Well, firstly, there be dragons in this deck. Everyone loves dragons, right? Dragons are amazing, and there are lots of dragons in this deck. You've got dragon synergies, so you have the likes of Scaleworm that gets its battle cry effect if you have dragon available. You've also got double Pyroblast in this deck, and of course there's an awesome interaction there with Spiteful Summoner. Pyroblast being the only spell in this deck, so you're guaranteed to get a 10 cost minion when you play Spiteful Summoner. So, interesting deck. There is a little bit of early game in the deck. You have double Glacial Shard, which, you know, goes well, I guess, with Cold Wraith. I can't see any other purpose for including Cold Wraith in this deck. So, Old Guardian, if you are watching this video, maybe you could talk to us about the justification for including Cold Wraith. You've got Prince Kaliseth in this deck. Kaliseth on 2 can just be a game-winning play because the rest of your deck gets buffed up. Or the minions get buffed up. But of course, with my luck in Hearthstone, drawing Kaliseth on 2 is more or less impossible. So it ain't gonna happen. So, yeah, interesting deck. You've got some defensive options in the deck with the likes of Tar Creeper, I guess. MC Tech to steal an opponent's minion. Mossy Horror for those pesky druids. But dragons can also be quite aggressive. A Twilight Drake that can't be answered can just start hitting face for 4 every turn. Pretty good. So anyway, Frostitch Jaina, of course, not to be forgotten for late game infinite value. Let's have a look at this deck in action here on the standard mode ladder, and surprise, surprise, we're going up against a druid. And I'm keeping the ooze because, I mean, it doesn't do anything, but it's a body. It's a 3/3 body on turn 3. Pyroblast, not what you want to see. Primordial Drake, not what you want to see. And this is where this deck has struggled for me a little bit. I end up drawing most of my mid to late game cards in my hand early. Can't play any early game cards. Never drawing the Kaliseth, never drawing the Glacial Shard.
Blessings upon you.
And if you're going up against an aggro deck, if you can't do anything for the first sort of 3 turns, then that's their opening to go wide on the board and start hitting your face. And then it becomes really hard to recover. Because this deck does not run Flame Strikes, it does not run Blizzards, it does not run sort of, you know, any kind of early board clear. So if aggro can get a foothold on the board... Ooh, that's a taunt. That's pretty annoying. If aggro can get a foothold on the board early, it can just be game over for you. But this is a druid who remains to be seen what kind of a druid this is. We do have the Twilight Drake down though, and that's encouraging. Okay, I was going to say I don't understand that play, but I guess he just wanted to develop the 4/4, which is why he cast Spreading Plague. It's interesting. Anyway, so I'm going to develop the other Twilight Drake. I could have gone for the Scalebane, but I just want to get the Drake down now while I can. If we wait too much longer, we're going to end up emptying cards from our hand, and then we get less value on the Drake's health. So we're looking forward here to an MC Tech opportunity if he can play 4 minions, but I suspect he won't. Oh, that's really good. So as we head into the mid-game now, we are able to catch up. We are able to start getting stuff on board. We're able to start dominating on board, making favourable trades. And as we head into the late game, I'm eyeing that Pyroblast. If we can get him down low enough, Pyroblast is a card that they never see coming, that they never ever expect. But of course, he's got all of this armour now. So look, there's Keleseth. As always, late to the party. But I value developing the Scalebane here. I think that is better than Keleseth. Oh, look at all that armour gain. There's a Glacial Shard. There's my early game, making a bit of an appearance. So, really need to prioritise here on getting his armour down, getting his health down. We can deal with the 4/4 next turn. Or maybe not. Now that is a good use of Spreading Plague. And the Naturalize, wow. Okay. So he gets 3 taunts here. But now that is both Spreading Plagues gone. So once we get through this, we know we're in a decent spot. Okay. That's pretty decent. I mean, maybe I'd preferred the 4/4, but hey, having a 1/5 taunt is pretty good. So MC Tech finally doing some work. We have 2 MC Techs, so the second one's still in our hand. Not sure if that second MC Tech is really going to get any value in this game. But what we've done here is we've developed a really wide board. We've seen both Spreading Plagues. So the hope is that we can just pressure him here with our board, do enough damage to his face, kill him before he executes whatever kind of combo it is that he plans to execute. He's drawn a lot of cards though, which is worrying. Anyway, Syndragosa, 9/9 body on the board. The 0/1s there are somewhat, you know, well, they're not really impactful. What we can do is, if we need cards to play, is we can start pinging them off, getting legendaries, and hope that we get good legendaries. But for the time being, we're just going to sit there on the board. Oh, he's going to give us legendaries. Okay. He knows he needs to kill that 9/9. Okay. Keleseth and Edwin. Okay. look at him go here. Is he even doing 6 damage to a 3-1? Wow. Okay. I guess we get another Keleseth buff off. And a 6/6 Edwin. Okay, we'll take that. Again, just trying to keep the pressure up. Problem is, he's got some armor in play. He's probably got a couple more defensive tools, perhaps, beyond Spreading Plague. We've seen one UI get played. Okay, there's more armor gain. That's really annoying. Now, given that I don't play Standard as much as I play Wild, for anyone watching this, what kind of a combo is he going to be pulling off here? What Druid is this? Is this Togwag? Is it Mechathune Druid?
Blood will flow.
I mean, ideally, we don't want to find out what kind of a combo he's going to pull off. Like, we want to kill him. So just trying to put as much on the board as possible here. Playing the second MC tech, thinking it's not going to get us any value in this game. Still got that Pyroblast. Oh, Flower Power. Okay. Could this be Malygos Druid? Is he going to try and discount the Malygos? Oh, is it Togwaggle Druid? Maybe he's discounting Togwaggle here. Oh, there's a second Pyroblast. Okay. See, I had Frostlich Jaina, and normally I'd play her. And I said at the start of the video, playing Frostlich Jaina is usually a win if she can come down, especially on turn 9. But whenever you play her, you can start getting that amazing value with that hero power. It's often a win, because it's then very hard to die, basically, because the elementals heal you. However, usually I'd snap play her, but in this instance, I think the Lich King was a better option. And there it is. There's Togwaggle. There's Azalina. God, he gets my Frostlich Jaina. He gets my Pyroblast. That's really scary.
I'm almost out of cards.
But, is that just lethal? Yeah.
I can rest.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Alright. Old Guardian's Dragon Mage. That was a lot of fun. My concerns are still in place with this deck in terms of the lack of early game. If you don't draw the shards, if you don't draw Keleseth, and quite often I don't draw the Ooze or the Cold Wraiths, I'm often waiting till... often I end up waiting till turn 4 to get something down. And often it's a Twilight Drake. And by that point, it's a pretty big Twilight Drake. The trouble is, my opponent has had 3-4 turns to develop a board, and then sometimes it's just not enough. So that's my primary concern with this deck, developing stuff early. I've just found that I've not had an opportunity to do that. But once this deck gets going and you start hitting those Spiteful Summoners, the Lich King, Frostlich Jaina, double Pyroblast, once this deck gets really going, it's pretty hard to stop. It can be, you know, it can steamroll through your opponent. So, fun deck, interesting take on the use of dragons. So, my thanks and my compliments to Old Guardian. If you're watching this, thank you for the deck. Is this something that I would continue to pilot through standard mode at sort of rank 2 or rank 1? Possibly not. I think there are stronger decks out there. If you're try-harding for Legend or whatever it is. But regardless, this is still one of the more fun decks that I've played in Hearthstone in the last few months. And would perhaps be happy to revisit it as time goes on. So, thank you very much to everyone for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little video, and I'll see you guys all again very soon for more standard or wild mode fun.